Detroit Lions fans. Will, Steve. I guess there's a freaking Detroit Lions football game coming up, Steve. Is there a Detroit football game coming up? Listen, Detroit did 313. Steve and Will back. If you cannot tell, you've been telling me to calm down the last couple days. There is no calming me down today. Football just inches away, Stevie. Hit the subscribe button. Become a member if you want to win some freaking free Detroit Lions stuff. I can't even contain myself. Steve, what is going on? What are we doing? Make sense of this thing.
I've been waiting for 6 months for these episodes to come back, Will. I've been waiting since a cold, terrible day in early January for some game day.
Don't talk about that.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just setting the timeline from then until now. It's been a long off season. All right, these are my second favorite episodes to do. I like to talk about what the Detroit Lions have to do to win, but I like coming on here after game days and talking about what we did to win and seeing if we were right, seeing if we were wrong, how close were we, put some guesses on player of the game. We're going to do all that at the end of the show, but Will, I'm excited. All right. I'm excited that Detroit Lions football is finally back. And I'll just be honest. I'll say at the beginning of the show, I don't give a shit about the score. All right. I'm just glad to see some football back. I want to dive into the X's and O's, what we're going to be looking at player and personnel wise, Will. I'm ecstatic. I think that the Chargers are a nice team that's a good matchup for us. And I think we're obviously, we're coming off of a great season and we're going to be tested against the Chargers. Well-coached team. They got they got some nice guys on their roster. I don't know how many we'll get to see from their side of the football. But my excitement level is obviously way higher than 10, probably 10 million, if I had to be honest with you.
What excites you the most?
Just football's back. This is the best time of year. All right. This is the best time. If whatever, like football's our sport. I love baseball, I love hockey, love basketball. Football's the sport that it's dedicated to one whole day a week. Like Jesus and the NFL own a day of the week and they share those days. It's joint custody in the Perkins household. Okay. That's what I love. It's the time of the season. It's football. Just everything about football season, late summer, early fall. It's the best time of the year for me, William.
Steve, I'm going to say this to my family, public service announcement PSA. If there's anything that you want from me, you better get it done today. I am officially unavailable starting tomorrow. All right. And normally I give a little leeway for the preseason, but this preseason is important. So officially starting tomorrow, I am unavailable. So, hey, I'm not going to reach out personally. You better be watching the show to find out, to get your reminder. But if you don't, so sorry.
Yeah. There's a rule in the Perkins household that if you are having a wedding or any type of get together, you had better think before you send that invite to my address for me or my wife, you better take a look at the Detroit Lions schedule and see what's going on and coordinate accordingly. The Lions are playing that day. Count on Steve and my wife not being there. Okay. Or she can go and I'm staying home watching the game. Me and the baby, we'll do the bottles and the football and the cheese dip and the beers. We'll do all that. Don't make arrangements for me on game days, Will. Like that's where we are. Official 2 weeks notice was given 2 weeks ago. So my wife knows what goes on in the fall. It's football, Saturdays, Sundays, whatever. Michigan Wolverines. It's just football season, Will. Can't wait.
Steve, going into this game, I know a lot of people are saying, whoa, pump the brakes. It's preseason. I feel like this is a pivotal preseason. We talked about it a little bit in the shows leading up to the football game that we have, Hall of Fame game. But I'm excited, not just that football is back. I'm excited about this preseason being a preseason where we're going to get some answers during the preseason. There's a few starters that aren't playing. Starters because
a few, there's a lot.
I take that back. A few rookie starters that aren't playing. For rooks, and Talik and Tate Ratledge. Obviously, they're going to be in those starting rotations. Would you say that that's probably the case?
I think that it is a signal that they have secured their starting positions. I would say yes. I would agree.
So those two young dogs and all of the starters and some of the veteran backups won't be in the game, but we will have some important pieces. So that said, Steve, out of the pieces that you're pretty sure will be active for the Hall of Fame game, who are you most excited about watching?
Offensively or defensively?
Anybody.
Let's start with offense first, Will. All right, well, we'll start with the offense. We'll get into the juice of the defense later. But you talk about an important preseason, an important offseason. that immediately cues me into Hendon Hooker. Okay. I think it's a pivotal offseason for him because he only has a handful of times to shine and showcase his skills because he's not going to take Jared Goff's job. The only way he comes into a regular season game is if JG goes down with a little boo boo. So when are we going to see Hendon Hooker? It's these next 4 weeks and next year's offseason, however many games we have. So he does not have a lot of time. And if he's planning on being a Detroit Lion or if he's auditioning for another team, are we going to find out his trade value, or are we going to find out if he's potentially going to be the quarterback of the future going forward? That starts tomorrow night, William. So I think Hendon Hooker is one of many players that I'm looking at offensively. There's a handful of others, but I think he is getting the main spotlight. Do you agree or disagree?
Main spotlight for sure. He's one of the guys that I'm going to be locked in on. I think it's very pivotal for him. I'm expecting him to do great things. I know that training camp so far has been peaks and valleys. He hasn't been consistent. We tossed that word around yesterday. I'm expecting him to take a step forward starting tomorrow. I don't believe. I'm calling the ruse. I'm calling Coach Campbell, Brad Holmes trying to pull the wool over our eyes. I feel like they've been pretty tough on Hendon Hooker. I think Hendon Hooker's going to show up and show out tomorrow. So I'm fully expecting that. I'm excited to see it, Steve.
I can't wait. It's the most important position in football is the quarterback. So I got to see what Hendon does. I think he's got some nice second string tools around him this year. A little disappointed we're not going to see some more rookies. I don't think Frazier's suiting up for the offensive line. We talked about Tate Ratledge not playing. So Hendon pretty much going to be rolling out the same offensive line with him too. So I think we kind of know what to expect there mostly. But he's just one of many. All right. I think my number 2 guy is Isaac Tesla. Hopefully I pronounce his name right. I know people just hammer me for pronunciation. Sorry. It's not disrespect. It's just the way I say it, I guess. But he's probably easily, I'll say Hendon is my 1A and Isaac is my 1B. That's how close it is and how excited I am to see him take the field. One of the rookies that we've talked about heavily, one of the guys we talked about could be a main contributor for this team later in the season as he gets some more reps under his belt. So are you on board with him as well? I mean, hey, there's no wrong answers on who you're excited to see, Will.
I'm not as excited to see Isaac, but before people are yelling at me, I just don't need to see a whole lot of preseason out of him. I'm hoping to see him maybe 1 or 2 series and get him out of there. I'm not. He's shown me enough throughout camp already that I'm looking for him to get his shots throughout the joint practices and then getting into the season, getting his opportunities. He's already battling some type of knee issue. I know that it's supposed to be something that he can't make worse, but it's obviously also not healing and resting if he's out there on it. So he's already shown me, man, that he can catch that 60-40 ball, 60% in his favor. So let's just go let him get healed up, man. Maybe get a couple series, maybe, get a couple of targets and then get his butt out of there, man. So slightly excited to see him, but I don't need to see a whole lot of him.
So who's your guy?
Steve, my guy is this offense in general. Steve, when I look at this offense, I talked about last year and Hendon Hooker having the excuse that the only one that he really had out there with the pulse was Isaiah Williams. As I look through this list this year of the offensive weapons that he should have out there, Steve, we might have not only the best first string offense in the league, we might have the best second string offense in the league. Because when I'm looking at this thing, he should have, number one, 2 offensive linemen that I'm really excited to watch, and Kingsley Ngwakin, who's a ascending center, right? That's should be somebody that's made big time improvements. I said I liked him last year, and I've been hearing good things about him at camp. And then, Giovanni Manu. Like, I want to see him moving people, right? So he's got 2 linemen that I'm really excited about seeing. And then you got the veterans, Coyote Awasika, Kobe Sorestraw, Nuntai Muntai, or whatever. He should have a solid, serviceable offensive line out there. But then he's going to have weapons, Steve. Look at this list. Jackson Meeks, who's going to be fighting to get on this team. We already talked about Isaac. Dominic Lovett is going to be out there, man. He should have weapons galore. TK85. He should be able
Preseason Hall of Famer. I just want to throw that out there.
I know he's going to have Craig Reynolds back there in the backfield. He should be able to move this football this preseason, man. He shouldn't have any troubles marching this football down the field. So that's what I'm excited to see. I want to see Hendon Hooker being electric for the preseason, man. I want to see some exciting football.
I'm with you 100%. I'm with you, Will. Let me ask you this. We don't have just Hendon Hooker on the team. Kyle Allen, I've seen some good things about him from training camp. He's going to get some reps as well. Who do you think should start the game and get the majority of the second team reps when we take the field on offense? Oh, don't be rude, Will. Don't be rude. I was looking at another window and I come back and you're sleeping. Don't do that.
Kyle Allen, you said? Who is that?
Listen,
Who is that? Is he?
Put a little respect on his name. He's had a pretty good training camp so far, but he's just flying so far under the radar with all these studs.
I will say this as I joke, no disrespect. So Kyle, if you get in here, if your people get in here, it's no disrespect. But the bottom line is Kyle Allen he's a backup quarterback. He's a lifer backup quarterback. Honestly, I know what I'm going to get out of him. He's going to be a guy who's a professional. He's going to do what a professional does. He's going to be serviceable. I'm not excited about watching that in preseason. I'm excited about the potential of Hendon Hooker being electric or a train wreck. I'm excited for it. You know what I mean? That's the excitement. So Kyle Allen, yeah, it'll be a snooze fest for me. I'll watch it, but
come on,
that's just. I mean, I'm just being honest, and I don't mean it disrespectfully. It's just for those reasons, Steve. I'm not excited about seeing Kyle Allen. I know what Kyle Allen is. Honestly, if Hendon Hooker is a train wreck, then I'm okay with Kyle Allen because I know what he is. Like, I know what he's going to give us. There's no mystery to it. I know he's going to be a serviceable guy to throw in there that can manage the offense and let playmakers do what they need to do. He's not going to put the team on his back or anything like that, but he's not going to go out there and make a ton of mistakes either. Hendon Hooker could be making mistake after mistake after mistake, or he could look like a world beater. That excites me, Steve. The suspense has me on the edge of my seat.
William, are you absolutely nuts? Listen, let me tell you something. Kyle Allen, you will not know the difference between him or Josh Allen come tomorrow night, okay? He's going out there and he's going to distribute the football to his playmakers.
Are you out of your mind?
And try to make in all seriousness, I do think he has an important job in the terms of there's a lot of people depending on him to be good because he's going to be getting reps with a lot of the guys we've already mentioned, skill positions and whatnot. That, hey, Kyle Allen, I need you to have a good football game because I need some good film. I'm trying to make this team or the practice team or another team. So we've seen this team in the past. We'll go into preseason with David Blau and just it's like, okay, like I'm a diehard Lions fan, but even I can't watch this quarterback play in the fourth quarter. So I'm looking forward to just seeing him helping some other guys make a case to make this team. I'm with you. I don't think he's a starter. I think he's a career backup as well, but he does have an important job for the preseason while people are trying to make rosters. So I hope we see some good quarterback play from that point of view, but I can't dismiss the fact that, just 6 months ago, Hendon Hooker was quarterback 3 in favor of Teddy Bridgewater. So I think there is a little bit more of a battle there, a little bit more of something to watch. I think this, again, going back to Hendon, this is a chance for him to earn some trust with the coaching staff too. So very, very important 4 games we got here in the preseason, William.
It's funny that you should mention that, Steve, because number one, I will say this. I don't believe that Teddy Bridgewater was quarterback 2. I don't believe that.
Well, he came in when Jared Goff got hurt, so
he was the quarterback 2 for the situation at hand. But if it would have happened earlier in the season, we would have saw Hendon. But
if my sister had a penis, she'd be my brother. So that's just the way it goes, William.
Whatever. If I'm being honest, I think that before we see Kyle Allen in a live football game, we're on the phone with Teddy Bridgewater. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You know what I mean? So that's the bottom line for me. So that's why. And again, no disrespect to Kyle Allen. He's going to go out there and be a professional. He's going to play some decent football. He is not going to do anything that's going to be negative for these guys that are out here trying to make the team. He's going to put them all in great positions. But there's a reason why his career backup is the bottom line, Steve.
You're not wrong. I'm just saying. You might get him confused with Josh Allen on a couple series or 2, or maybe just one single play, hopefully, so I can get a little excited when we do the post-game show. But let's move to the defensive side of the football, Will. We've heard nothing but good news the last week, 2 weeks about how dominant this defense is looking. I know that we're pretty much taking all of our starters on defense and putting them in street clothes. We're going to see a lot of second stringers, same thing, guys trying to make the team, guys trying to make the practice squad or other teams. So I'll let you start, Will. Who do you want to see defensively first and foremost?
Listen,
there's only one answer.
Listen. Who am I excited for? Or
there's
who
one answer, and you had better get it right.
Who are you asking me who I'm excited for?
Yes.
Hassanin. What are we talking about?
Okay. End of story.
What are we talking about? Like, Ahmed Hassanin is like, if he gets a sack, look out.
I'm erupting.
It's gonna be rowdy over here. So yeah, definitely Hassanin. And while we're on the subject of Hassanin, I read an article today talking about his dad, man, who stops in pretty much every episode and gives us a shout out, man. He's wanting to come to the United States, and he's not able to come to the United States right now because of some mishap that's going on with him. So if there is any of our subscribers or anybody that stumbles upon the show who is a lawyer or knows a phenomenal lawyer that can help him out and get him a visa to come to the United States, please reach out to our DMs, man, and we will forward you over to Mr. Hassanin, man, because I want to see him get out here and be able to watch his son be able to turn into an absolute star in this league, man. So if somebody happens to stumble upon us and they can help him out, that would be phenomenal. But yeah, absolutely, Steve. I'm pumped to see how. I hope he gets
well. Can I say they should DM me because you have too many OnlyFans models messaging you in your DMs that you have to siphon through. So just to
yeah, right.
Just to cut that out.
I wish. No, good. Yeah, for sure. But no, man. If anybody could hook them up, man. If you guys know anybody, or I know we say all the time, we got people. We've got a reach of people all over the place, man. It's been pretty awesome when people say where they're from and what they're into. So, please step forward, and we will greatly appreciate it, man. But yeah, it's Hassanin, and then I got a few others, but he's definitely at the top of the list. Is he at the top of the list for you?
Number one on defense, Will, without a doubt. I'll tell you this: if he gets a sack, I can't remember what section I'm sitting in, but from that section, you might hear a small eruption of someone very handsome demanding that we trade Aiden Hutchinson because we found his replacement. If he goes out and gets a sack, so don't throw things at that guy. He's really handsome, good personality. He means well, but I've heard the rumors. Well, that's what's going to be going on if he gets a sack in a preseason game. That we could just trade Hutch. We don't have to pay him $40 million. We got Ahmed Hassanin, but
$50 million.
give him the $50 million. He's a rookie contract. We got him for more years than we do for Hutch. So I gotta hope people understand sarcasm. I think that we're looking at a guy and talking about Ahmed Hassanin, and we're expecting him to get some starting reps eventually. Like he's gonna be cycling through this defensive line. I don't know when, I don't know where, but I do believe at some point in the regular season, you'll see Hassanin and Hutchinson on the field together, rushing quarterbacks. I love Marcus Davenport. I love everything I'm reading about him in camp, but if you're just too good to get on a football field and you're giving effort and you're learning everything and you're soaking it all in, because he's talking about how he's attached to Hutch's hip. He's trying to pick his brain every chance he gets. When you're picking the brain of one of the best pass rushers in the league and you've got a motor and the determination that he does, it's just a matter of time before you see the results. So I think we're looking at a potential starting defensive end potentially next year, depending on what happens with Marcus Davenport going forward. So absolutely number one guy on defense I'm watching. Well,
yeah, for sure, man. But respectfully, I got to give some respect to the rest of that group, because last year I talked about two guys that I fell in love with, and that was Al-Quadin Muhammad and Isaac Ukwu. But both of them, I think, could help out the Detroit Lions. I think Al-Quadin Muhammad is going to help out the Detroit Lions this year. And if he takes a step forward, he can be impactful. And then Isaac Ukwu, I think, is everything that James Houston wished that he could be. You know what I mean? Like he's a guy who's going to be a specialty rusher, situational rusher. I think he'll be able to offer that. Maybe he can find a way to make the team like that, man. So I'll be watching him closely to see if he can get some production tomorrow. That's two guys that I'm excited for, man. And then I think there's a dark horse that's been getting talked about to make this team that everybody should be excited for in Keith Cooper, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he's been talked about through camp. He's shown glimpses. Let's go out and see it on the field against some live bodies, man. Against some enemies. Let's see you get out there, but against some opposition and make some plays, man. So Keith Cooper's another one that I'm excited for. Trevor Nowatzki. It's a bunch of these guys, man. It's going to be interesting football.
Keith Cooper and Isaac Uku, I believe, were both mentioned by Tim Twentyman as two of his top 10. I can't remember the words he used. Most exciting players in training camp so far, or most disruptive. I can't remember what Tim Twentyman used, but he mentioned them as two top 10 guys that have stood out in training camp or something along those lines. So Keith Cooper, all I've been reading on him is that he's a problem up the middle. All right, we've got some good guys on the edge. We've got some good guys in the middle with Tyreek Williams and Ali McNeil when he gets back. If we have a second wave with Keith Cooper, undrafted free agent from Houston, William, just that's what we've been talking about all off season, isn't it? Just waves of pass rushers. If he's just in that second or third wave, like buckle up, everybody.
Steve, can I let you in on a little secret?
I'm all about it.
That's something that me and Keith Cooper have in common. I'm a problem up the middle as well.
Okay. All right. Let's move on. Unbelievable. I don't know.
What do you mean? I'm just trying to let you in on the sauce. Listen, can I talk about one thing before we get off of here? You try to run me out of here without talking about this.
No, go ahead. We got all the time in the world.
Yeah, because listen, there is something that I cannot wait to see tomorrow. I've been hearing rumblings about this gentleman is not even getting any reps with the second team anymore. Right, this gentleman. I got to see him tomorrow because I feel like his career currently is on.
No, boy, I know where we're going.
Broadick Martin, man. Like you got to make some plays tomorrow because I'm not hearing your name. I'm not even hearing your name at camp anymore. No mention of Broadick Martin, except for the people that were doing observations saying that he was getting a couple of reps with the third team. Broadick, I really don't even know what configuration your body's in right now. I know you had a little foot injury, I think, at the beginning of camp, but you were out there for the back to Detroit training camp day on the 26th or 27th, whatever day it was, and they said you were taking reps with the third team. Sir, you better make some plays tomorrow. That's it. And you're wearing Honolulu blue, so it's not like we're not cheering for you.
Is that Broadick Martin? Oh, sorry. No, I'm sorry. That's Desmond Watson. My mistake. I got him confused.
This man transformed his body last year. I'm not going to disrespect this man and say that he's gotten juicy, but he better make some plays tomorrow is what I will say. He better because Steve, I think that his career is just in a bad spot right now if he doesn't make some plays, man. So Broadick, I'm hoping that you make some plays because there's a lot of defensive tackles on this team, man. And be careful.
William.
Yes, sir.
I've wanted to be wrong about Broadick Martin, but I'm with you. I just haven't heard his name in 2 weeks. It's like, oh, I forgot Broadick Martin is on the team because you see a picture of him taking a drink of water in the background somewhere. It's like, oh shit, yeah, that's Broadick Martin back there. Forgot about him. Life support. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure that. I think he needs Jesus for a miracle if he wants to stay alive on this team. Because I closed the book on him back around the draft. 2 years. When do you pull the plug on a project? It's got to be after this. I think it's going to be a telling sign if it's 3 minutes left in the game tomorrow night and you're just now seeing Broadick Martin get on the field. He gets 4 or 5 snaps max. Time will tell. I said it when a couple weeks ago that I think he's got a golden opportunity with all these injuries and Tyreek Williams not even playing in the preseason game, Ali McNeil being down. Who'd we just lose? Well, I can't. Levi Onwuzurike getting hurt, and I was like, we both said, all right, well, there's literally 4 defensive tackles who won't be starting in preseason games. Broadick Martin, here's your number being called. Go out there and prove something. He's not getting on the field at practice. I don't know when he's going to get on the field in a preseason game. Well, life support. Well, I think we need to call the pastor and read him his final rites because I think this is literally about it for him.
Yeah, I think that's what we just did, man. So again, he better make some plays tomorrow, or he might be one of those casualties that don't make it a week 2.
My dark horse for defense, my dark horse is Dan Jackson. I'm excited to see Dan Jackson. I think when I look at the safety position, Kirby's not playing, Brian Branch ain't playing. Dan Jackson, I liked him at Georgia. We did a little spotlight on him in one of our showcases of potential draft picks for the Detroit Lions before he was even drafted. And then after drafted, we dove into some of his stuff. I think this is a dude that's more athletic than a lot of people say. A captain of that Georgia Bulldogs defense. That goes with saying something. Like, there's a little bit of respect that's due for that. That's a top elite college defense there that he captained. So looking to see what he does. Potential special teamer down the road. Potential backup third safety, depending on, hopefully an injury doesn't happen, but I think he'd be that guy. So that's my sleeper on defense, Will.
I like it, man. I'm wondering if Zach Cunningham's going to play, because he's a guy that'll jump off the screen too. He's a veteran though, so I don't see him playing much if he does.
Wasn't he getting first team reps a couple weeks ago to start camp, I believe?
He was, because Alex Anzalone was out, but with Alex back, I don't know where he's going to fall into the mix, because he's a veteran and we got young guys that could be in there trying to get those reps, man, and then trying to get evaluated, because they pretty much know what he is and what he isn't.
I'm with you. Offensive player of the game. Give me your guy.
Yeah, I want to go. Yeah, I want to go with Isaac, man, but I just can't, because I don't think he's going to get enough snaps. So I'm going to say flat out, offensive player of the game is going to be Hendon Hooker, and Hendon Hooker is going to go dummy tomorrow. He's going crazy.
What's his stat line? Give me a stat line.
Too easy, Steve. He's going to throw for 200 plus yards, 2 touchdowns, man. He's going to rush for 40. This is if he plays a lot. So if it's me, the only
whole half, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so he should get a half. And if he gets a half, I think he's going to show out, man. Because I was going through the Chargers roster and their starters aren't playing in it. I'm looking at I'm like, man, with the receiver again, for the people that are probably typing, telling me I'm nuts, he's going out there with Craig Reynolds in the backfield probably, and then he's going to have Isaac Tesla, and then for at least a couple of drives probably, and then we're going to be looking at Jackson Meeks. We're going to be looking at TK85. We're going to be looking at Dominic Lovett. We're going to be looking at Keeney James. He's going to have playmakers, Steve. Make plays.
I like where your head's at, Will. You're saying that he's going to have one half of football that's similar to 1999 Kurt Warner. I like where your head's at, Will. I absolutely love the optimism. I like your pick too. I just don't know, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 50 yards rushing, like Kurt Warner and Lamar Jackson all in one half. I don't know. I hope so. I truly hope so. But just I don't think this is going to be the sexiest game in the world. I just see this being a Craig Reynolds type game. The Lions like to run the football. I can see Craig having 13, 14 carries, maybe 75 yards, a touchdown, just an ugly game. I don't expect the Detroit Lions to be breaking any schemes or doing anything crazy to try to confuse anyone or putting too much out there. Just line up, run the football. Let's just see what we got blocking. Let's see what we got running. But I do want to see Hendon just air that thing out. I just don't think it's personally going to happen in preseason game 1. But defensively, I'll start, Will. Ahmad Hassanin, man. I think he's going to have an absolute game. You said 1 sack, Will. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets 2+. I would not be surprised with his motor going against backups, a potential Detroit Lions starter on a very good defensive line going against Los Angeles Chargers backups. I think he could feast if he's got that motor and they give him enough pass rush opportunities. If we can get the Chargers in some 3rd and 7s, 3rd and longs, and he can just pin his earbacks and get after him. That's my defensive guy.
Listen, you could take this to the bank, what I'm about to tell you. Hassanin is going to have a welcome to the NFL moment tomorrow.
Good or bad?
Bad.
Oh,
and here's why. Not, I shouldn't even say bad, because not terrible. But, Steve, I promise you this is going to happen. I promise. He's going to get out there, and he may have a sack. I'm not going to say he's not going to have a sack. About 10 plays in, he's going to be dead tired. I guarantee it. So much passion, so much passion, heart on his sleeve, Steve. He is going to give everything in his soul. And then he's going to realize, man, my blood pressure is through the roof. My heart rate is through the roof. I'm tired, right? And he's going to keep putting out, but he's got to understand. He's got to learn that we got to manage that. And Hutch went through the same thing. I talked about Hutch before. We watched Hutch out there on the sidelines after 2 or 3 plays. He's looked
coughing and puffing
because he's given everything in his soul. Ahmed Hassanin is going to be out there giving everything in his soul. And he's going to be tired because it's an adjustment process. And then week 2, week 3, he's going to adjust and he's going to get better and he'll get used to it. But tomorrow, his tongue is going to be dragging on the ground.
I think you're right, but it's going to be because he probably has a couple pick sixes as well. So I'll just put a little cherry on top of it.
I hope so.
Your least favorite part of game day. Give me a score prediction.
I don't know, man. I'll just say this. If Hendon plays in the first half, I'm going to say he puts up 17 points. That's going to be my prediction. Hendon plays in the first half, 2 touchdowns, marches us down for a field goal as well. Hendon Hooker puts up 17 points, responsible for 17 points. Steve, what are you coming with? What you got on your mind?
I had the number 17 in my mind as well, but I hope he does, but I just don't think Hendon's going to have the game you're saying. But when Josh/Kyle Allen comes in, that's probably when we're going to start scoring some points. Well, it's going to be just an up and down the field track meet for our offense. Okay. It's just the air raid offense. We're just airing that thing out, and Kyle Allen's just whipping it out and showing the world how big it is. But I see the final score being 17-14. Ugly game. I don't think it's going to be like the Rams versus the Chiefs when Jared Goff was there on Monday night, where it's like 52-49. I don't envision something like that. Lowish scoring, 17-14. Lions win by a field goal.
You don't believe in this offense against?
It's just going to be bland. I don't believe we're going to see anything crazy offensively. I think we're going to see a very vanilla offense for a reason.
Jackson Meeks dominate Lovett, right? Like Tesla for a little bit. TK85. Keeney James, Ronnie Bell. He better be moving this football.
Well, yeah. Well, I like the names, but I can't say they're Terrell Owens, Randy Moss, Kelvin John. Like, come on now.
They're going to be going against second and third string players. It's not like Derwin James is going to be out there.
So what's your final score? What's your final score prediction?
I don't know, man, because I don't know what it's going to look like. I just think Hendon is in his 3rd season. He's going out there with weapons. He should have Craig Reynolds to go with it. He should be moving the football. And maybe, okay, like I have a strong understanding that 200 yards is like a phenomenal half of football. That's a 400-yard football game. But if we make a couple of big plays, Steve, it could happen. So if he don't throw for 150, I'm going to be disappointed. But I just feel like he has weapons, and I've been saying this all offseason. He is going into this preseason with weapons. I didn't even talk about he's got his college running back out there too. Jabari Small is another guy that's going to be out there. He should be moving this football tomorrow. I'm excited. As Coach Tomlin says, I'm going to sit down in front of my man cave TV and I'm going to cut my eyelids off, Steve, because I don't want to blink.
Just still waiting on a final score, Will, is what I'm just waiting on here before I hit this end credits button.
I don't know. Hendon Hooker putting up 17 points.
You can't criticize my score and then not give one yourself. Well, like,
I don't know.
No more of this answering the question without answering the question. Give me a Detroit Lions score.
24 points.
24-2.
24-2. I'll say 24-10. 24-10 Lions.
I've never been more unsure of a score in my life. I don't even think you believe that score is going to happen. Stick around, hit that like button. We'll be back later with another show. We'll be talking a Detroit Lions win, hopefully, but it doesn't matter.